நீங்க ஒரு மியூட் ஃப்ரீசர் மியூட்டை வச்சுக்காதேன்னு சொல்லிடுங்க.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hey guys, good morning. How are you? How do you do? Yeah. Am I audible to you? Can you please confirm the chat? Okay, Pawan. Yesterday we discussed about Google Gemini, right? With someone. In the evening, Google has published that publicly. That is what a coincidence. Might be. Glad I am working with Google client. I know what is happening inside in the Google. Give me 1 minute, ma. Sorry for the late. Actually, I got hungry. So I went to eat some tiffin. Hungry. Very rarely I will get angry. But that time very large I will get. That is. Tomorrow class is there at morning 9:30. 9:30. Saturday, no? Somebody remembered. Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Morning 9:30. Give me 1 minute. I'll just make attendance and we'll continue the class. Arams. And tomorrow is a complete practice session. If you have any doubts, you can talk to me. I will be in front of you only. चलो Hey Arun, good morning. So yesterday what we learned? Yesterday we learned how to read the data. We learned how to read CSV data, and we learn how to create the data using list, correct? And we know how to add the column, and we learn how to drop the column, and that's all, right? And let's now how to create a data frame, using dictionary. So you should be perfect. If I give list, you need to able to create a data frame. If I give a dictionary also, you are in the position able to create a data frame. Two ways, by using list, by using dictionary. So next thing is how to create a data frame using dictionary. Then we can close this session. Not this session means session 1 notebook. So before that, run the codes again. Import the package. Please run the import packages. Please run import packages. Please run import packages. What happened? Why not working? Why? We didn't check at home. Yesterday it works. I3. I3, I5. I5. Achha. The laptop is very, very big size. You know, don't believe on the big size laptops. That will fail. Yeah, let's create a dictionary, ma. Let's create a dictionary. So dict1 equal to, that is equal names, Ram, Rahim, and Robert, comma, and then age equal to 30, 31, 32. So dictionary is finished. Dict1, comma. So create a dictionary. Ram, Rahim, Robert, and age equal to 30, 31, 32. Create a dictionary. Create a dictionary. Create a dictionary. And then pd dot data frame, bracket, pass directly dictionary here. Directly pass the dictionary, dict1. dict1. Then what happened? Will create the dictionary directly. The best use is here the keys. The keys automatically become what? Columns. Automatically becomes column. You don't need to create extra column. You don't need to create extra column names. That is automatically whatever you provided the keys, that will become columns, and the values become, now it is rows. Values become rows. That is, dictionary creation is very easy, and you can easily create the data frame using dictionary. But if you go to the list, how we create a list? Now check using list, how we are done. We done some story, right? If you see here, by using list. In the list, what happened? We taken Ram, Rahim, Robert in one list and 30, 31, 32 another list. And we need to provide the column names pakka. And we need to zip it and we need to provide the columns. That is using list. Yesterday we have done. Now, if you see the dictionary, if you have simple dictionary you can create, and directly if you pass the dictionary in the data frame, automatically will create the data frame. So dictionary is easy or list is easy? Dictionary is easy, right? But you need to learn two ways. You need to learn two ways, that is. You will learn two ways. Length will not different. No, it will, suppose if you give 33. Okay, now what happened? The dictionary will find. But when you create that dictionary, what happened? Gone. That's it. Because here what happened? How many are there? Ram, Rahim, Robert is there. 31, 32, 33 is there. That yesterday we have already seen, right? All the arrays must be in the same length. What more? Index is coming from 0, 1, 2. If you want to name it, no. You can't name. This is not a column. This is not a. We can able to change the values like this. I will tell you. Suppose if you want to change the values, there is a index will be there. If you want to change the columns also, you can change the columns also. Sir, I don't like this columns names and age. I like the columns are A and B. Will overwrite or not overwrite? Tell me, overwrite or not overwrite? Pick one. Where is another one? Dictionary. Dictionary one gone. That is Control C, Control V. What happened? Where is the data? ऐसे क्यों है? ऐसे क्यों है? It is working for you or what? And then what is the conclusion? It will not work. That is the conclusion, you know. Let's see now. Suppose you want to change the index. You want to change the index. Column index. Index equal to, now you don't like 0, 1, 2. You want to change into 0, 1 to what? A comma, B comma, C. Then what? It works or fail? Works or fail? Bolo, works or fail? Works. That is. Okay. You want ABC, you can put ABC. You want, but 0, 1, 2 will come as 1 normally. Key and value will do the same. What, Arun? What key value and do the same? What happens if I provide names and age here? That is names and age. So if I only the thing is the motto is you need to be perfect. If I give list or dictionary, you need to able to create a data frame. You need to able to create a data frame. EDA you can learn from anywhere, okay? Be different. The 30 members are in the class. 30 members have different ideas, and 30 members has a different EDA process will be there. But my student should be before that you should be as a good developers. Good developers. If you become a good developer, what happen? You can learn by your own whatever you come in the future. Suppose yesterday what happened? They introduced Gemini models. You can Google it and you can get the Python code and you can explore that. When you'll explore that, then you become a good developer. So that's why good developer is very, very important. Okay, EDA you can learn. EDA you can learn from any YouTuber also. That is. There's so many things are there how to do EDA. But not only that, the enormous ideas how you will get when you become a good developer, then only you will get the ideas. This output, what can I able to do with this output? That you need to think about that. And you know how to save the data frame also, right? What is the meaning of axis? Tell me. Axis meaning. Axis. Rows and column. Which one is row? Which one is column? Yeah, 0 is row and 1 is column. Don't confuse it. If you confuse, you'll take, like, Python, cos 0, cos 1. Like that you can take. So this is kind of, make this as a 0 row. It is a row kind of, sorry. It is a 1 kind of, and this is what is there. It is a 0 kind of. Cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, right? Like that you can remember which is column and which is rows. But don't forget about that, okay? And what is in place equal to? In place. What is the meaning of in place? What is the meaning of in place? If you want to store the data, override the data in the same variable, in place equal to true. Otherwise, what happened? Default what will be there? False will be there. You need to save into new variable. You need to save into new variable. These are very, very important. Yeah, let's now take fresh notebook. This notebook keep like this only, ma. This is a session 1. Make this notebook as EDA session 1. So in this session, we learn how to read the data, how to create the data frame, and how to create the columns, how to drop the column, and we know how to create the data frame using list, how to create the data frame using dictionary. The basic we have done. And let's take the new notebook. Let's take the new notebook. And step 1, import the required packages. Step 1. You can do in single notebook also, but why we are doing is in order to make you to understand very, very clearly, I am dividing the notebook wise. Okay. I am dividing the notebook wise. Import required packages. Import required packages. So what are the 4 important packages for EDA? Tell me. Pandas, NumPy, Matplot, Seaborn. Write it without seeing. Without seeing. Import Pandas as PD. Import NumPy as NP. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Import Seaborn as SNS. As SNS. So next step to what? Step 2, read the data. Read the data. You practice 1,000 times, I don't mind, but you learn how to read the data. Okay, those who are still not able to read the data, it is very, very much concern. You practice 1,000 and 10,000 times, I don't mind, but you need to read the data. If it's a text file, it's a CSV file, you need to be able to read the data. Visa data set only. Same. Visa data set. Read the data set. Don't copy like me. Okay. Read it. Just give a name. It is called Visa DF. Just give a name. It is called Visa DF. Ma. Visa DF. PD.read CSV Visa DF. And just type like Visa DF. Visa DF. Visa DF. Online people, those who are in area of Shirdi, Nasik, Shansingnapur, Trambakeshwar, be ready. I will meet you. Okay. Those who are online people, those are from Maharashtra. Okay. I will come by 1st, January 1st. Maharashtra, yes. Yesterday only tickets are confirmed. Saurav. Nagpur. I will come to Nagpur also with some mangoes. No, there is a big market is there, no? Mango market. Oranges are famous, but mangoes also sell, no there. I came 2 times with mango lorry. We have a mango farm is there. So I came to 2 times to Nagpur. There's a big market is there. At that time only I have seen the cable bridge. Now in Hyderabad, people are talking about cable bridge. It is already there in the Nagpur. That is. Under the cable bridge and the railway station is there, right? That is. Nagpur is very good, that market. And I have observed the people are still they are taking the cycles only. More cycles, right, in Nagpur. Solapur. But I've seen Nagpur more cycles. Nagpur more cycles. What location should I keep? Which location you are saying? Strawberry can get now. Yeah. I will come to Nagpur with mango load. I will come some mangoes to you, okay? For you also. Then what I will get if I'll give to everyone? My dad will kill me. So some chores will be there, no? The lab in the traffic, they will take the mangoes like this. But that manner is very good manner there in the Nagpur market. You need to go to and you need to put your lorry there, and they will give one token and they will give one room, token for food, room for sleep, and they will call in the evening. Okay. And they will give some money. You need to come out with that money only. That's it. You know bargain, nothing is there. Just go there and left your lorry there. Simple. They'll take care of everything. They'll take care of everything. And the great thing about Nagpur is, it is the center of in India. If you want to go to any place, you should go to Nagpur Pakka. Center. Yeah, center only. That's great. Nagpur. Very good, ma. So next one is shape, is a keyword. So Visa DF is your data set name. Your data frame name is Visa DF. Visa DF, your data frame name. Visa DF dot shape. So shape is nothing but it will give number of rows and the number of columns. So now if you go to the type of Visa DF, type TYPE, type of Visa DF, it will give a pandas dot code dot frame dot data frame. What is the type of the data is called? Data frame. It is a table only. That's why we always say it is a data frame, data frame, data frame. The terminology what we will use? Data frame. Visa DF is a data frame, nothing but it is a table. It is a pandas dot code dot frame dot data frame. You don't need to remember all these things. Simply you can say that is the data frame type. The data frame type. But when you talk about the shape is coming what? Tuple. That means this will become number of rows and this become number of columns. Now print of the number of rows, or now you just give the square bracket 0, right? Because it is the index operation will work, right, Kumar? Square bracket 0. That is, 0 will come. Now what happen? Number of rows equal to 25480. Similarly, number of columns is nothing but what? It is 1. That is equal to 12 columns. 25,480 rows are there and 12 columns are there. It is a kind of a matrix type, right? Number of rows into columns, m by n, rows into columns. Shape is a method. That only we'll discuss that. Scalar quantities generally will not be come. So now you can observe it is a kind of always a package name dot method name, right? Dot method name you will see. Dot method names you will see. And you feel like some bracket will be there, right? But these brackets are necessary, not necessary. Sometimes brackets will be there, sometimes brackets will not there. Suppose you see, right? The main thing is you need to worry for brackets is there or not there. You need to worry about that. Whether, how can you understand if you put brackets? The error you need to understand. What is the error? Tuple object is not callable. What is there here? Callable. Callable means you are calling something. Who will call? In the programming language, which one will call? Functions will call, right? Functions will call. Generally you see, right? In the programming language, functions are used to call something, right? Used to call. Functions meaning what will be there? Brackets will be there. Function mean what will be there? Brackets will be there. It is not callable means no brackets. Simple. Not callable means whenever you see anything not callable means always remember you are using brackets. Simple. Not callable means remove the brackets. Remove the brackets. Very, very important, ma. Not callable means remove the brackets. So by mistakenly you provide the bracket. Think like that. Then what you are getting? Error. Understood the error. What is the error is there? Not callable. Then what you need to immediately understand? It is not a function. It is not a function. So remove the brackets. So remove the brackets. Remove the brackets. Now next one is called size. So Visa DF is your data frame name dot size. Visa DF dot size. Now run it. So size is nothing but number of rows into number of columns. Number of rows multiply with the number of columns. You already have a shape, right? Visa DF dot shape square bracket 0 multiplication with Visa DF dot shape square bracket 1. 25480 into 12. 25480 into 12 mark. 25480 multiply with 12 is nothing but size. That means number of fields. Each and every field, if you count, how many fields you will get? 3 lakhs. Yeah, exactly. That is the size. 305760. Good. Next one is columns. Columns. Visa DF dot columns. Visa DF dot columns. It will retrieve all the columns at one position. All the 12 columns. Case ID, continent, education of employee, has job experience, required job training, everything. What is the type of this? What is the type of this? Type TYPE, TYPE, Visa DF dot columns. It is what is coming. Index, pandas dot code dot indexes dot base dot index. You don't need to remember this all, you know. You just say that is a index type. You can just say that it is a pandas index type. And that's why it is coming clearly. It is what is coming? Index. But you know only list methods. You know only tuple methods. So what is your next job if you want to do perform some operations? What is your next job? Convert it into list. Convert it into list. Suppose Visa DF. That idea you need to get. Dot. Suppose there's a two list is there. Two list. Two list. Yes, it is there. Just run it. Two list. Now you will see here. Whenever you run this, what it is asking? What is saying here? Bound method. Bound method means you need to add brackets. Bound method means what? You need to add the brackets. Now, if you add the brackets here, it will come like this list. If you remove the brackets, now I understand that when you do use brackets, when you don't use the brackets. Suppose if there is no brackets use, what is the error you will get? Not callable. If there is a bracket, sorry, if there brackets is there, you are not using means bound method. If it is now brackets is not required, but you are using means not callable. Not callable, bound method. Now note down that bound method means use the brackets. Not callable means don't use the brackets. Bound method means use the brackets. Now you no need to worry whether the bracket is there or not bracket is there, that is. Because in my childhood what happened, I very much Hindi, that is when I read like this key, if I write like this, my sir will say that no, it is this. Okay, I very much concerned about this. What is this? The meaning key either side or other side. I got confused. That's why I got very less marks in 10th class, 82 only. That is my lowest marks in Hindi. That is 82. Then I realized I learned Hindi. Then later I realized, okay, when to use key and when you use key. That is, if it is key means you need to write this, right? If it is not key means you need to write like this. My teacher didn't say well. Then I got confused. Now you no need to confuse about when to use brackets and when you don't use brackets. You no need to worry about that at all. If you use bracket, understand the error. Understand the just error. Bound method आए तो use the bracket. Not callable आए तो remove the bracket. Simple. Now list. List. List of. Not right, no? It's coming. Very good. To dict and to list. Something you write dict. Okay. Same thing is nothing but to dict. Okay. Something you write list. Same thing is nothing but to list. Both are same. Dict of means to dict is both is same. List of means to list is both are same. Both are same. So next, these are the columns. Next, D types. Next, D types. Visa DF dot D types. Now I don't worry brackets is there or not brackets is there. I don't worry now because I know two things. Not callable means remove the brackets. Bound method means add the brackets. Simple. I don't mind now. Yeah. So it is giving that each column which type. Case ID is which type? Object. Object means is a categorical column. Object means categorical column. Categorical column. Object means categorical column. And for numerical, they provided int and float. They provided int and int 64 and float. Int 64 and float 64. Object means categorical column. Object means categorical column. In Python, we generally talk about strings, right? And in the statistics, we call about categorical. But when you deal about Python with data frame, what is saying that object? Object. Object means the categorical column. So we are good, right? Now, what is the type of this? What is the type of this? Type of this entire output. How can you write? Type of Visa DF dot D type. It is a series data type. It is a series type. Series. Very, very important. Series type. Series type. TYPE type of series type. Pandas dot co dot series dot series. Anything if you see like this, that means there is no column name here above, right? It is not a kind of a data frame. It is not a table. It is just a series. Just a series. In the series, there are two sides are there. Left side is there, right side is there. How can you extract this left side things? How can you extract the right side things? That's the next thing, suppose. Now, tell me. That is Visa DF dot D types. Suppose index is there. What is coming? Index. What is coming? Left side data is coming, right? Left side data is coming. Index. Note on that. Suppose Visa DF. Because in Pandas, what happened? This very, very frequently you will get the series type. Very, very frequently. So you need to know extra analysis on top of the series. So how to retrieve the specific data? Suppose case is there. What is saying? Bound method. So add the bracket. Both are same. Index and keys. Visa DF dot index. It will retrieve from the series. This is a series data. In the series, you are getting what? Case ID, continent, education of employee, and all these things. So it is an index. It is a case. Both are you will get same. How can you get this object? How can you get this? Separate. Because I know directly I am writing index. You should not write like that. You should not use dir. Dir of visa df dot d types. Then you will understand what are there inside. What are there inside, right? That is the thing we learn in the starting days Python. See here, anything values kind of is there. Yes, values is there, correct? Values is there. Just apply the values. Like that you need to learn. There's so many things are there. There's so many things are there. If you learn each and everything, it will take minimum 1 year. For pandas, for numpy, for matplot, for cbon, like everything is one method is there, right? Only in the itself d types itself. Now you see, forget about visa df. In the visa df, in the d types, again so many methods are there. And in the visa df, again so many methods are there. Now if you want to learn each and every method, you will never get job. Till 30 years you will learn only. Okay. So that's why we will learn everything. When time comes, we will learn a new thing. So we will do whatever is required. But when time comes, that's why don't worry about that. Sir, how can I remember all these things? Who said to remember all these things? No need to worry, that is. Because so many methods are there. It is not impossible to learn one single person to learn all these methods. That is, let's assume for one method it will take like 5 seconds. Now how many packages are there in Python? How many methods are there? How many sub methods are there? And into 5 seconds you calculate. That is. Now let's see what is there. My values is there working? Not working? Values. Not callable. Very good. See, my students now understood. Type of 0, type of 0, type of 0. 0 means object. Now there is one more thing is before. What is there, ma? Array is there. What is there? Whenever you see array means a numpy array. Numpy. It is a numpy type. What type of this called? Numpy type. Now apply the type of this. Apply the type of this. TYPE type of this. NumPy n-dimensional array. What is called? NumPy n-dimensional. N-dimensions array. N-dimensions array. NumPy n-dimensions array. It like kind of you can say more list and numpys. List and numpys are like Google and Azure, competitive each other. Competitive each other. Let's see now how they are competitive now. List 1 equal to 1, 2, 3. We can store some elements in list, correct? We can store some element in list. Now this is a list. We can store some elements in np.array. You can store some elements in array also, like this 1, 2, 3. You can store some elements in array. Now this is what happened, array of 1, 2, 3. It is a generally 1, 2, 3 square brackets. Now you can store in array also. Array of 1, 2, 3. Now what happened if you see here, 1, 2, 3 plus 3, 4, 6 or 4, 5, 6. What will happen? Concatenate आता ना? Now if you do like this, np.array, now 4, 5, 6, what will come? It will add 1 plus 4, add 2 plus 5, add 3 plus 6. That's it. That's why they both are competitive to each other. List and numpy. Numpys are very, very faster run than the list. Whatever you do the list operation, same numpy also same. But these are the best advantages numpy. If you ask you to 1, 2, 3, if I ask you to output, suppose there is one more list is there, 4, 5, 6 is there. I want output 5 comma 7 comma 9. How you will do? For I comma j in zip of list 1 comma list 2, I plus j you do. But here you see you can convert into numpy and you can add this directly. So numpy is a kind of all mathematics. Now our interest is we are learning. If you observe today class, every time we are checking the types, correct? Now you can easily see whenever you see array of square bracket, what is the type? Numpy array, numpy. And whenever you see index of something, what is that? Pandas index, pandas index. And whenever you see data frame kind of thing, what is the type? Pandas data frame, pandas data frame. And whenever you see series kind of, that is called pandas series. The all you need to remember. Because we learn our basic Python list and tuples and dictionary, right? We know that methods, how to use that. We need to convert this into that type. Then only you can play with whatever you want. That's why understanding these types are very, very important. Array, index, pandas data frame, pandas dot series, and all these things. Now onwards, whenever you do anything, try to understand the type of that. Okay, type. Then think about that what you want. Because I know that my students are good at to perform list operation, suppose. Then what I suggest, convert into list. Convert into list. Then you know how to do that. Now, next task one. Separate categorical columns and numerical columns in a separate list. And numerical columns in list. That means categorical column is one list I required. Numerical columns is one list I required. You can use this D types, this concept. By using this concept, you need to separate, you need to create two lists. Create two lists. One list name is called cat list. Another list name is called numerical list. Do it. The technique I suggest is convert into dictionary. Convert into dictionary. DICT. Columns. Not types. You need separate 2 columns. Type separate करने तो क्या होता? You need to separate the columns. Categorical column separately, numerical column separately. Now apply the dictionary on this. You get like this, right? Case ID is object type, continent is object type. Use this technique to separate case ID separately, number of employees separately. Use this technique. Use this technique. Hey Venu, she got the project yesterday. There's a one student is there. He is in Sweden. I think the big guy in the TCS, I think. So he messaged me. He talked with the Chennai people. So it's a testing project. They confirmed that yesterday. They'll give some resources, allocation, and all these things. But first they prefer ask you to go to Adibhatla. Adibhatla is 3 days a week. Synergy Park is 5 days a week. It's okay, 5 days a week is fine for us, she said. I think today they will confirm the location also. Did not yet confirm, that is. They created some Teams group yesterday and they said welcome to onboard. It's almost confirmed, right? At least one student helped in that way. My students are good students. Now I need to find out who are good at testing. Testing is easy, right? Testing is easy. They'll take care of everything. Done. ఏమైందమ్మా శ్రావణి కాలే ఇంకా సౌరవ్ think like it is the interview question. Money. अरे फॉर आइन करो ना, फॉर आइन करो तो क्या होता, केस आईडी आता. केस आईडी, हाउ कैन यू फ्रॉम केस आईडी हाउ कैन यू रिट्रीव वैल्यू? की से रिट्रीव वैल्यू इफ कंडीशन करो, if that value equal to object, then append karo that I. If I put here square bracket, if I put square bracket case ID, what will come? What will come? If I put case ID here, what will come? D type object will come. See? Now you need to iterate through loop. Here what will come now? I will come here. This I equal to object I to, then that is your categorical column, that I. Now I कैसे लाना पड़ेगा? Again, from this dicta visa data types only I will come for I in from this only. What happened? Uma, Utkarsh, Sabita, Nagarani, Arun, Abhishek, Renuka, for J, I comma j will not come, no? What is coming first of all for I comma j in dict 1? Arun, what is j is coming? For I comma j in what is print of j? To come now, it is error like this, right? You need to give items. If you want to retrieve like this, you need to provide items. Then only you will get j, object, right? Items you need to provide, Arun. Dict1 dot items. Your idea is correct, but you need to provide, you need to check where it is coming or not. So what Arun is doing is saving here. DICT1 equal to like this. Then he provide DICT1 directly. But he forget to give items. So why it is coming? Then error is coming. Then you provide items, we'll end this is in the dictionary, right? Then I become what? What I? Case ID, object. Now apply the if condition here. If j equal to object, then print I. And that I is nothing but see, aa gaya. Categorical columns. This we already done. Where is Avinash nowadays? Avinash, are you there in the online? Avinash. Oh, wow, Neeraj. Why this much big? You can take this no, like directly. Cat equal to now I for I comma j in dict of items. If j equal to object. So instead of I, what you will do it? Key right here, value right here. If value equal to object, then key equal to categorical columns. The single line. Yeah, single line. That is called list comprehension. Now cat equal to the cat. Note on this. This is easy. You are not able to do means you are not practicing Python. You forget about Python or what? Because of statistics. Avesh Khan, what happened? Venki, done? Very good. What happened, Utkarsh? These kind of things you need to do, ma. They will ask you interview questions. Okay. Practice. Why that many came? D1. What is D1? D1 is a dictionary. Case ID. You are printing cat list. D1 of I equal to object. Cat list to append. Why again dictionary is coming? Where is your list? This two. If condition, else condition. One is satisfying always. No? These two things are misplaced. Sometimes what happens, you need to run in a single cell. If you feel your code is correct. I think there is elif is not required, else is required, I think. This one or this one?
Either numbers,
Hmm.
dictionary, or object dictionary.
You are creating dictionary again. You make a list, no direct.
Only columns.
Only columns are required, not data types. In future, we'll work on columns only. What? No? Next. What happened, Deepak? Done? Jayant? Good. Next, ma. Yeah, Nagarani. It works. And next is called head. Head, ma. Visa DF dot head bracket. It will give top 5 rows. Top 5 rows. That is called head. And starting index with 0. Starting index with 0. Starting index with 0. So top 5. Head. Head means, suppose if you want only 2, you inside 2 also, head also you can keep 2. That is 2. 2 will come. Head. Now if you apply shift to tab, right, there will a number called n will be there. N. That n default is 5 is there. But if you provide n is equal 20, 30 also, it will give 10 and 20. Okay. Mostly. Kuch no. That return the first n rows. But only number wise, serial wise it will give. Serial wise. That is called head. Now there is a tail will be there. Explore about tail. Very good. Tail. Last 5. Default last 5. Visa df dot tail. Last 5 will come. Visa df dot tail. Last 5. Last 5 rows. Sir, I don't want serial. I don't want last. I don't want first. I want a specific rows. 100 row, 200 row, 300 row. Like that. Specific rows I want. Okay. Then we'll go for take. What is the take? Take. Visa df dot take. Now, if I want only get 100 row, 200 row, 300 rows, suppose list, put in a list. Which rows you want? 100 I want, 200 I want, 300 I want. Then you keep direct inside a list one. Now it will give 100 row, 300 row, 200 row. First one is what? Head will give serial numbers 0 to 5. Tail will also give serial only. But if you want in middle data, this we will use in sampling theorem. Population, we have so much data, you need to select some sample of data. How can we select some sample of data? That all we will learn. Take. But here, the very, very important thing is, here is one of our brother is there, axis is there. What is there, ma? What the default axis is there? 0. That's why rows is coming. But if you keep 1, it will come, columns will come. The same thing. That one 100, 200, 300 columns are exist? No. Then you'll get error. Check it. If I take this, if I provide an axis equal to 1, axis equal to 1 means what? Columns. Axis equal to 1 means columns. So it will check 100th column, 200 column, 200 column, 300 column. But we have only 12 columns are there. How many columns we have? 12 columns. So it will get error. There is no 100 column. There is no 200 column. There is no 300 column. So we'll get error. What error is coming? Indices are out of bounds. That you need to take care of whether you want to retrieve the column wise or you want to take a row wise. Suppose you want to retrieve 2, 3, 4 or 2, 5, 7. Let's assume that 2, 5, 7. List 1 equal to, I'm writing directly, visa df dot take list of 2, 5, 8, axis equal to 1. Now that is called 2 in Python index start with what? In Python index start with 0. Index start with 0. That means second means what is nothing but third column. Second means which column? Third column. Similarly, fifth means sixth column. It is the sixth column. And similarly, eighth means ninth column. We want to prove, you can provide 12 here. You will get error. You will get 12 means which column? But how many columns we have? We will get error again. I will take list. Tuple you know. That is. Now if I provide 0 default, if I provided 0. Now what will come? Rows will come. Above 1 is columns are coming, 0, 1 is rows are coming. Same number, it will understand based on your provided axis number. That's why axis is very, very important interview question. If you really work means a simple question they will ask is enough. What is axis equal to 0? If you not at all work means you will see like this. What is axis? Axis means the coordinate axis or what? In Python, what is axis? Why you will ask? Then you will understand easily. You never worked on pandas. That is the simple question he can ask is fine. Whether you really worked or not. Now suppose I want task 2. I want 150 row, 300 row, 450 rows from 5th column, 8th column and 12th column. Retrieve this. I want 150, 300, 450 rows. Now that we will do, Srishti. Okay. That we will do after this. Some specific columns, specific rows. Specific columns and specific rows. First extract 5, 8 and 12, na? First extract 5, 8 and 12. So 12 will not work, maybe 11. That is 5 means 5th column means 6th one. 8th column means 9th column. 12 column means there is not only 12 columns, right? That means 11. So 4, 7 and 11. First extract that. That's it, Neeraj. Correct. Visa df dot take 4 comma. पहले रो करो ना. You can do either of this. X is equal to 1. Then what I am getting? 5th column, 8th column, and a 12th column. Again, this is again data frame or not? This is also data frame. Whatever the take operation now they are applying for this also. So again dot take. Again dot take bracket square bracket 150 comma 300 comma 450. That's it. Either or this you can use. You can shift that pehle 150, 300, 450 and take these columns. Because whatever you are applying, Visa DF is a data frame and this output also data frame. For Visa DF you are applying take means for the output also you can apply the take. The data frame properties are similar. Data frame properties are similar. Data frame properties are similar. Srishti is saying that I want 100 to 150, sir. She want to take 100 to 150. Can you provide like that? 100 to 150. Can you provide like this? 100 to 150. No, right? So for that, what happened? We should avoid the take operation completely. Take will not work for that. It is not working, no? See? Not working that. For that list. For that, we will go for a beautiful concept called lock and iLock. Lock and iLock. Very, very interesting concept and important in interviews. Lock and iLock. Put side heading. Lock. iLock first and lock. iLock and lock. iLock and lock. So Visa DF dot iLock. Now you have a comma will be there, ma. Look at the board first. Comma will be there. This side rows will be there. This side columns will be there. This side columns will be there. And now in the same way also, in the rows also you have mentioned, you can mention start to end. What is your starting point? What your ending point? Columns also, which columns you want to choose? Which columns, till which columns also you want to choose. This is the pattern. Now she wants 100 to 150. All the rows. Sorry, all the columns. How can you provide now? iLock. Just check here. Visa DF dot iLock square bracket 100 to 150. First one, what is the rows or not? 100 is start value, 150 value, end value. If I have not provide anything, all the columns will come. If I not provide anything, column position, comma. If I'm not providing anything here, then what will come? All the columns will come. This is 100 to 150. All the columns. All the columns. all the columns 100 to 150. Better this, no? Better than Sabita. This is good, right? iLock. Better than for loop and all these things. Visa df dot iLock. Now, if I want only specific columns, same from 5th column, 8th column, like 4, 7, 11. Or specific column from 1, 2 to 5. We'll go step by step. Next thing is, I want 50 to 60. I want 50 to 55. And next, I want 2 to 6. What is the meaning of this? 50 rows to 54 will come, right? And column means 2 to 5. That's it. Number of rows and number of columns together. Consecutive means? Oh, that else will do. Let me complete, no? I am going step by step or not? Do you think without explaining that I will leave the class? Carry Saurav. You are traveling with me 2 months and you are asking the same question. Confusing. There is a problem in the take, no? What is the take problem? Slicing is not working. Kidhar work tha? iLock mein work tha. No confuse. Slice will work in iLock. Understood, Shravya? Now, sir, I don't want 50 to 55. Again, I want 150 row, 200 row, 300 row with using iLock. Using iLock. 100 row, 150 row, 200 row. Coming. Take and iLock coming work, same. Now, Saurav is asking specific columns. Comma. Do it now. Again, 5 comma 8 comma 11. iLock is better, take is better. Bichara take. 5 comma 8 comma 11. Take is better or iLock better? iLock only better, no doubts, right? But what is the disadvantage in iLock? Tell me, what is the disadvantage? Not working. What is the disadvantage? Now suppose case status, you want to take only case status column. Now you want to take only case status. Now I want 100 row, 200 row, 300 row from only case status column. Only case status column. What you will do? Visa df dot iLock. Now 100 row, 200 row, 300 row, comma. Here you will write 11 suppose. Because case status you will count, right? You will count the column number. You will count it. Visa df dot columns you will take and you will count it. What is the position of case status? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You will do that. Count it. Think like there are 200 columns are there. Will you count all 200? Because you are my students, you will not count. You will apply the index operation in the list. You will provide the dot index and dot get that. You will get the number. Correct. So can I believe that or not? Or will you count? Huh? Will you count or will you do index operation? I thought you write indexing. That is. But now there is the coming, that thought is coming. Why will give the number? Why can't give whatever I want? Case status like this. It is easy, no? It is easy, no? So we are avoiding our human effort, right? So that will fail. It is not taking. Because ilog will take only numbers always. Ilog will take only numbers. ilog will take only numbers. Can you please confirm the chat? Everyone understood? Can you please confirm the chat? To avoid this drawback, we will go for lock. To avoid this drawback, we'll go for lock. Now go for lock. To avoid this, we'll go for lock. Just remove the I. Now do the lock. That's all. Now what you can provide the column name also. You can provide the specific columns also. Names like this. Columns, list of columns you can mention. In the lock, there are two things. You can provide that list of rows and list of columns. Which column, which rows, everything you can get. Suppose rows equal to I want 100 row, 200 row, 300 row. Now columns, calls equal to I want two columns. One is continent, suppose continent. I know which column I required, and suppose case status, two columns, and simply you will write here in the lock function rows, comma, calls. That's it. Now which is easy? Lock or iLock? Lock. Sir, you will say first which is bad, and then you will say which is good. Why you will not say direct which is good? Now take better than first take is third rank. Better than take iLock is better. Better than iLock, lock is better. The take function we will need to definitely use the axis, right? Without axis it will not work. But in iLock lock, you don't need to provide the axis. Directly rows separately is there, column separate is there. Take lock and iLock. Remember it. Take lock and iLock. When my professor explained in Python in college days, I didn't get this iLock and lock. I didn't get that iLock and lock. What is saying? Something is saying. I'm not getting that. That if you're not able to get, please ask me. At the time, my professor didn't say, please ask me if you're not able to get. If you're not able to get, please ask me, ma. You try it now. That's why. If number will give, then that will become iLock, right? Log, take and iLock and log. Very, very important, ma. It is a retrieving the specific data, right? Retrieving the specific rows. It is used for sampling theorems. We have a big population is there. How can you pick only specific data? Sample data. Then you need to use these techniques. Take or lock and iLock like that. That's why these are very, very important. So till now what we completed? Tell me. We completed shape. We completed size. We completed type, D types. And next, completed head. We completed tail. And we completed take. We completed iLock. We completed lock. And here we completed columns also, right? Columns also, and we separated columns. We separated columns. We separated cat and numerical columns. And then what we have done? There's a length also is there. Try the length of the data frame. LEN, length. length of visa DF. Length of visa DF. Yeah, length of visa DF. So next, that the E is null will be there. E is null. You can check where the null value says there in the data value. Any missing values are there. Any missing values. Any missing values are there in the data. Are there in the data. Any missing values are there in the data. So you're asking E is null means it is a kind of a question, right? E is null. You're asking a question to the computer. You're asking question to computer. What answer it will give? True or false? So E is null, which is true, which is false? If any missing values are there, then it is true. It is true. That is null you are asking, right? Yes, it is null. That means it is true. It is true. If data presents, which means no missing values, at that position, what will be there now? False will be there. Is null is very, very important check mark, because some missing values are there. We need to deal the missing values, right? That we will do separate session, how to deal the missing values. Now, visa DF dot is null. Is null. Now what is coming? False is coming. False means what is the meaning of false? There's a data is there. It is not missed. It is not missed. Data is there. You are asking question, right? Is null. No, it is not null. No, it is not null, which means false. Is null. Visa DF dot is null. Now checking like this is very, very tough, right? Where the null value is there, where not null value is there. Suppose you do like this, visa DF dot is null dot sum. It will give column wise missing values. How many values are missed based on the column wise? No missing values in this data set. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Meaning no missing values. Case ID has all the values is there. Continent is all the values is there. Every column has all the values. No missing values. You will display some sum here. Suppose 25 is there here means 25 values are missed. 25 values are missed. Like that you will get some value. This is called is null. This is called is null. Next. Info. Info will be there. Till now, whatever we have done, that will come as a info. Info, everything will come, the info. How many columns are there? 12 columns. How many data entries are there? 25480. Where it is starting? 0 se start ho gaya. Where it is ending? 25479. What are the column? Any null types are there? Non-null. Non-null means what happened? Value is there. Count 25480 non-null. What is the data type? Object data type. What is the D types? Float is 1, int is 2, object is 9, everything. Till now, whatever we have done, everything in one place. That is, again, don't ask me why you didn't teach me this first. Okay. Everything is there. Yeah, these are the quick checks, ma. These are the, whenever you read any data, you need to check all these things. I think this take and iLock and lock is you no need to check, because that is only when you retrieve the data. You need to check all these things. Null check you need to do. Is null you need to do. And info you need to do. This you don't need to check. This you don't need to check because anyhow you will check head and tail, right? That means data is coming properly, you already know. But whenever you read data, you need to check all these things. It is a kind of a blueprint for your lifelong data analysis. Okay, data analysis will not finish in 1 or 2 days. Take some time. Okay, next class we will do categorical analysis. Next class we will do numerical analysis. Next class we will do outlier analysis, missing values analysis. They all are step by step. It's a complete, one book. Data analysis is a kind of a one book. So you need to do all these things. That is. Because in our job, data scientists will mostly work on what? Data analysis. Data analysis is very, very important. How to select the good columns, how to apply the correlation, how to apply the covariance, what is the mean, median, mode, whatever will and all we need to apply on using Python. And again, whatever you do the same thing here, that you need to do in SQL. Data analysis using SQL. Like that we will learn. Then you will compare. Then you will be perfect. Then you will be perfect in SQL, you will be perfect in Python. EDI. SQL also we will learn like this only. Whatever you are performing here, suppose I want count, I want to get. What is the query in the SQL? I want to get a specific column. What is the query in the SQL? I want bivariate analysis. What is the query in the SQL? Like that we need to learn. Comparison. Then you will perfect in the Python codes, you will perfect in the SQL codes. Okay? Yeah, chalo. I will stop here. I will stop here. And tomorrow morning 9:30 my class. Those who are interested, you can join. This is only for practice session. 9:30 AM. Okay. Chalo. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.